All right, hi guys. Ryan here today. Actually in the truck, but sitting in my driveway. Headed out to eventually we're going to Reno, then we're up to Portland, Oregon, and then we're going down to Louisiana. So I got 3 loads booked over the next 3 days. But I wanted to get this short haul regional settlement thing put out there. I was going to do it yesterday when I went and picked this load up. But fortunately and unfortunately, I went into this place. At the gate, they had me go right into the dock, and you had to come in. And I was in and out. I was thinking I'd probably be there at least an hour or something, be waiting in the truck, and I was going to knock this out yesterday, Wednesday, and then have it out here last night or early this morning, Thursday. But like I said, I was in and out of this place in like 25 minutes, so I didn't even have a chance to do the video, go over the settlements on that stuff that we was talking about last week. So if you watch the last on the road type of video, I was over by Fort Wayne, Indiana. I did kind of a short haul thing because I already had this current load going out to Reno. I booked it way back at the beginning of the month, like back like 3 weeks ago. Pretty good paying load I got going out to Reno, hazmat load, 40,000 pounds, going out to Tesla. It's actually going down to Gardnerville, a little bit south, Carson City there, but my next load's coming out of Reno, so I say Reno, but it's actually a little bit south. $3 a mile on the load board, Landstar board, so it's like $2 a mile roughly to the truck, so pretty good rate on that. Actually a little bit, little over, trying to think, little over $2 a mile to the truck if I do, the 68% roughly with the fuel surcharge and all that. So I got that, and so last week we were, so I had a bunch of time. I don't know where I was going with that. So I booked that load at the beginning of the month, and I got home a little bit earlier than I thought from the last long trip. So I had like 2.5 weeks in between from the time that I got home to this load that I just picked up. And I didn't really, the weather's not very good. Well, it's starting to break now. We were up to 50 degrees yesterday, and the snow started kind of melting and all that. But so I didn't really want to be home and not doing anything for 2.5 weeks. So I figured I'd find something short, and I ended up booking I got a window load out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, which is like 20 miles from where I live, down at AMI or Allside or Associated. There's like 3 different names for the place, same thing. I used to do a lot of loads out of there when I first came to Landstar. Actually, like I was on like a dedicated customer trailer thing for about 3 months when I first came on the Landstar the first time a couple of years ago. And then after that kind of dried up and got kind of, everything's got slow. My first load was actually, I didn't have an empty trailer since I was pulling customer trailers, so I was able to call this agent, CAN DEV agency, and they had a pretty big account down there at AMI in Cuyahoga Falls. And so I did a lot of loads out of there. I mean, they used to have a lot of loads going up to, Washington State, up to Seattle, Spokane, up to Salt Lake City. Nice long loads. They were customer assist, so they paid pretty well. I mean, even back like in 2018, they were still, in the $3 Landstar rate, load board rate range, over $3, some of them sometimes. So they were nice, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 loads, and they might have 3 or 4 stops or something, get the Salt Lake City, Boise, maybe throw an Ogden in there, then Spokane, then maybe up to Seattle. And the place in Seattle was pretty cool, that the all-side supply there, because you could it was kind of like in a nice little commercial quiet area where you could get there on a Saturday or something. You could back into the dock, and there was some restaurants and stuff you could walk to, and you could just kind of hang out there all weekend just waiting for them on Monday morning. So it was a nice little deal. But I guess they had some other company come in. I seen this. I hadn't seen any. I haven't done. This is the first load I've done out of there since coming back to Landstar. So it's been like 2 years since I've been out of there. I haven't seen, in the last year, I've been back to Landstar now for a little over a year, and I haven't seen any loads post out of there, so I didn't know what was going on. And come to find out, when I got this load, when I came in there, there was only, counting the empty that I dropped, they only had 2 trailers in there, when there used to be like 15 Landstar trailers in there. So and then they used to have their own fleet, AMI. They had their own little truck fleet there. And now they've got a contractor in there, Cardinal Transport Logistics or whatever. I see them doing a lot of like building products and stuff. So somehow they weaseled in there, I guess, and they've kind of cut Landstar out since I said we only have 2 trailers in there now. So we must just be kind of a fill-in. So I went way off topic with that, but so I ended up getting this this load. I picked it up. So it was ready Sunday, and I picked it up Sunday night. I was down there at 10 p.m. Picked it up. I ran it straight through to Greensboro, North Carolina, at their All-Side Supply down there. And after all expenses, my cut to the truck, Landstar expenses, because this went on, I delivered it Monday morning at 7 a.m. So I was basically on the load for like 9 hours, was all I had in this load. So with fuel, my cut to the truck, and everything Landstar takes out of my paycheck. So it made my cut for that paycheck. My cut's supposed to be 2 p.m. on Monday, but usually they'll still pay you if you get something in early on Tuesday. I get paid on Wednesdays. So that load went on a paycheck by itself, which I'll show you guys here on the settlements here in a minute. So I got 2 settlements for this little trip. The first settlement would be that first leg, which said like had 9 hours invested in it basically from start to finish. And this one pick, one drop and hook pickup, went in there, backed in early, and got unloaded pretty halfway quick down there, I guess. So after everything's said and done, I did right at $1,000 direct deposit, and that's exclusive of any type of truck payment or truck, your comp collision insurance on your truck. So not bad for a night's worth of work, $1,000. So then after that, I booked these 2 loads, CAN DUV. They've got an account up at Culpeper, Virginia. And a lot of times with CAN, they will, and DUV, they're the same agency, they'll like bundle up a bunch of separate loads. And when you're looking at a load board, it might look like it's one load, but it might be 3 or 4 freight bills. In this particular run, it was 2 freight bills. So I had that first night, and then I ran up to Culpeper, drop and hook, picked up a load of cabinets, and I went over to Indiana. I had like 6 stops basically from Clarksville, Indiana, which is down below Kentucky, right across the river, all the way up to Fort Wayne of cabinet. Some of them were customer assist or driver assist, some of them weren't. So it wasn't too bad, pretty easy. It was basically just a day and a half. I mean, they had it slated for 2 days, but you can kind of get ahead on those if you can get an extra one in, and I was able to get ahead and got it all done in a day, basically in a day and a half. I was done on the next, I want to say Thursday. I started doing the deliveries on Wednesday morning, got 4 deliveries done, which I made it all the way up to Fort Wayne. I had 2 stops down there by Richmond, Indiana. And so with that, I was able to get done by like 10:30 in the morning on Thursday. And I had originally planned on this driving home because I figured it'd be late and I wasn't going to hang out for a whole day, for a couple $100 or something. But since I got done early, I knew I was going to get done early, so I started looking on the board, and I was able to find a load of pallets coming out of Fort Wayne, coming right back over to Youngstown, which isn't too far. So I was able to pick that up on Thursday, and I delivered it the next morning. It was an open delivery, 7 to 4 p.m. type of thing down there in Youngstown. So I was able to make it home by like 3 p.m. on Thursday, about 3:30 p.m. I was able to make it home. And then I ran down and delivered that. I'm only 40 minutes or so from down there to Youngstown and back, or each way. So I was able to get down there and get that. And that load paid like $800 on the gross side. So it was a little over, it was like $550 to the truck or something. And I already had fuel money. So with this whole little roundabout where I left Sunday night at 10 p.m., 2200 for military types, did kind of a big circle, straight down 77. Then I took US 29 straight up to Culpeper after I delivered that one day load on Monday. It was all set up for that. Picked that up Monday night. Then I had a little bit of time. My first delivery didn't start till Wednesday morning on those cabinet loads. So I started, took my time, kind of doing my night thing. Got over close into Clarksville. Then I got those 4 deliveries done Wednesday, did the other 2 there on Thursday morning, was done by 10:30. Then I ran over, got over to the place where the pallets picked up. I think I got over there about 11:30 and grabbed those up. And like I said, I was back home by like 3:30. So with those loads, and then of course I had to run over and deliver that, kind of had a couple hours in there on Friday morning. So basically like a 4.5 day, almost 5 day-ish thing, but I was back, within 4 days at the house, kind of a big circle here, over to the somewhat East Coast and Midwest type of run. Those other 2 loads after Landstar's cut, and I take my fuel and all my little stuff that comes out for Landstar, I ended up doing almost 2,300. So for a 4.5 day run in and out of the house, kind of local type of thing, 3 short haul loads, a couple cabinet stops and all that, I was able to do like $3,300 direct deposit after all my fuel and Landstar expenses, their cut and all that. And I mean, that's exclusive of any type of truck payment or anything else. So if you're trying to gauge that, throw in your truck payment. If you got $1,300 a month truck payment, you'd be down to $2,000. And that's just for, like I said, guys, for 4.5 days, make $2,000 after a whole month's truck payment. Then like my comprehension's $130 something a month. So, in 4.5, 5 days, this running kind of local around here, it could have made profit after everything taken out. I mean, exclusive of taxes. Like I said, I don't get into taxes a whole lot because it's different for everybody. It's not a across the board thing. I mean, it all depends on your family situation. If you're doing a farming thing like we are here, where you got some a lot of stuff gets lumped in. So I might get back into that. I did a video before and we kind of screwed all that up, so we might revisit that here coming into tax season when I start doing taxes and all that, and I kind of show you guys more of the numbers. I use TurboTax Live, and it does a pretty good job of getting all the numbers and everything right for us. Plus you get I pay the extra to where I can talk to an accountant or a CPA or whatever too if I've got questions, and get them to review it before I hit that big submit button. So that's taxes and all that. But again, the topic of the video, this is short haul regional stuff. Pretty good money, I think, in 4.5 days. The only thing I don't like about it is that these were really long days. I mean, you're doing those cabinet deliveries. Those are 13, 14-hour days. When you're trying to get. I mean, it might only be 400 or 500 miles of driving in the case that I had. But they're pretty action-packed days, and you're hustling and all that. And I don't really like to work that hard, for the money if I don't have to. And that's kind of like, and you're dealing with a lot of people. There's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, your pickup and deliveries are really close together. And the more people you throw into the mix, there's more issues that can kind of evolve. You could get held up at this shipper, this receiver. And that's why I don't typically do short haul stuff, regional stuff, because I mean, you pretty much got to be on a load every day, or every 2 days you're coming into a shipper, receiver, going out, and all that, and appointments, and I just don't like that. So the next run I got going out to Reno, this load's paying $7,000, and about the same timeline. I think we were at 60. The gross side, I think, of those 3 loads that I had, the short haul stuff here that I just did, I think we were like $6,300 for 4.5 days on the gross side. Now this load I got going out to Gardnerville, Reno, Carson City, that area there, to Tesla. I've got about the same amount of time in it, and it pays $7,000 gross. And like I said, I got 1 pick and 1 drop. I know I'm going to be going across Wyoming and all that in the middle of the winter, but we ain't scared here, so we do what we got to do to get across. I mean, weather's looking pretty good. Always checking that weather. You always got to be, looking at that if you're gonna be hitting the mountains out there. So, even in advance, I'm already looking at. I had an extra day. I picked this load up yesterday, so I could have left last night if I wanted to. But I mean, even tonight, running nights, I'll have, basically I have to run about 750 a night, and I've got 3 nights, and I'll be there a day early. I'll be there Sunday anyway, so I've still got an extra day. But I didn't really see the need to leave an extra day early and show up out there Saturday or something, but we'll see what happens and keep you all up to date on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I got those settlements already downloaded. I'm gonna show you guys those just so you can look at the numbers, so you know I'm not BSing or anything. If you're new to looking at Landstar or something, or getting an owner operating business side, whatever in general. So just want you guys to kind of see those, you know, put my money where put my money where my mouth is, I guess, and show you guys the settlements on what you can do at Landstar with the short haul kind of regional type of deal. Because like I said, it's not very often that I personally do that type of stuff. You know, you guys, if you guys watch me, you know, I mean, I might have a little fill in here or there coming back, you know, or going out or going back from a West Coast or something, but I don't typically, you know, pick up anything under 1,500 miles for the most part. I just like to get on something and run as far as I can and not have to worry about appointments and, you know, getting held up at places. So I'll go ahead and show you guys those settlements, and we'll follow up after that. All right, so first settlement here, that's a period up there at the top. You can see ending on 217. So this is that load from Cuyahoga Falls to Greensboro, North Carolina. The gross on that was like 2152.12, I guess. So we ended up getting 1452.12 out of that. That's what it looks like there, because 100% fuel surcharge, and I got 25 bucks for helping them load down there. So not a whole lot, but is what it is. So it took $350 for fuel out, and then you got your little scan charge and fuel advance charge. I had some mileage charges probably from going through New Mexico last time, so those came out of there about I don't know, $14 worth roughly. So after all that and all my Landstar stuff over here, no permits still coming out. It's like everything else. That's pretty well it. I got $11 in my contractor protection program and unladen liability. That's coming out. It looks like that actually looks like they went up. So looks like the price went up for that. So I might have to call First Guard and see if they can do better now, since it looks like that used to be like $22. Looks like they went up like $11 a week. So after all is said and done, that left me with $998.60. That's my direct deposit amount there. So not bad for one load overnight. So that was the first settlement of that. We'll go back here and I will show you the other one. So here's the second settlement from Culpeper, Virginia, finished up in Laurelville, Indiana, which is about 40 minutes west of Fort Wayne. So that load there paid almost $3,500 gross. Then I had that short load from New Haven, which is Fort Wayne, Indiana, over to Youngstown, and that paid $800. So after Landstar took all their cut, it put me almost at $2,900 there. 89 cents is what I got paid out of that. $500 in fuel, then my other little associated charges. And again, I didn't receive anything about the unladen liability going up, but evidently it went up $11 a week, so I'm going to have to look into that. So we had our permits come out for $11.11 a week, contractor protection for $35. What I have coming out, the license fees, $369, and again the unladen liability. So after all that came out, left me at $2290.98. So for both loads, we were just under $3,300, and like I say, guys, that was for 4.5 days there. So just wanted to show that to you guys, and you know, when so we'll go ahead and get off here, and we'll finish up the video. So. All right, guys, so that's what we have. There's the proof in the pudding, I guess you could say, as far as the settlements go. So not too bad of a week, just a little fill in there, kind of in between. Like I said, I had like 6 days off in between and like 5 or 6 days off afterwards after doing that. So I just didn't really see the need to sit around, and I didn't really want to get too far away from home, so that's kind of why I did that. And it gives a nice chance for everybody to kind of see, you know, since I don't usually do that type of stuff, to kind of put that out there and show you guys that might be interested. So hope you all enjoyed that. Hope that helps you out. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, please do that so you can get the updates, and hit the bell for the updates. Like the video if you would, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate that, and all the comments, and I know we're probably a little bit behind on those right now, like usual, but you know, we'll get caught up and maybe just do a video to catch up on some things, so, or some of those questions and comments. But anyways, again, if you're new, you know, we do the Landstar stuff, owner-operator stuff. We're always doing truck maintenance, always something coming up. On the other side, we do a lot of farming stuff around here, always working on old tractors and whatnot, and other little projects. Weather's starting to break coming into March, so it's hopefully be able to get out in the field here in a couple weeks, or a few weeks, maybe months, and be able to start doing a little bit of work and all that, since we picked up a little bit more ground than everything this year. So a little kind of exciting. Some bigger stuff's coming up. So stay tuned. And again, thanks for everybody for watching. Hope, like I said, if you know, leave comments or whatever. If you guys get any special requests for anything, and we'll do what we can. We'll see y'all next time. So thanks for watching. Bye.